feelings in. We brought the receipts, baby. Lay back, tell the truth. We do this dirty, but we do it safe. Counselors in the house, let's go. Talk it out and act like grown-ups. Secrets in a circle, lips sealed tight. If you need a little healing with a little heat, pull up a chair. Keep your boots on. This is Counselors After Dark.
Hey guys, you're here with Betty.
It's Paula.
Dottie here.
Hey, it's Daisy.
It's your girl Dolores.
And welcome to Counselors After Dark.
Okay, so this is a fun drink of the day. I love a beer. I love a nice ice cold beer. And one of my favorites is called Sapporo. I don't know if that's how you say it correctly.
It is.
It is?
Yes.
It's so good.
Mhm.
And it's one of the oldest brands of beer in Japan, and it is absolutely delicious. So I highly recommend. As my father-in-law says, any beer is good as long as it's ice cold.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Daisy, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you. Must-haves for your office. Now, I know we did touch upon this a little bit on a previous episode, but we will continue talking about what we need in our offices. Take it away, Dottie.
All right. So, post on Facebook. I'm a new school counselor and will be decorating my office for the next couple of months. What are some must-haves for my office? Let's talk.
So one thing, it's great that you have an office because there are counselors that start the job with no office. Their office is the stairwell.
That's you, Dave. That was me.
Or an asbestos-filled office. It's okay, though.
That's what we currently have, yes.
One thing I would say is having door decorations, having that sign of where you're going to be, if you're on break, if you are in a classroom, if you're in your office, there's a sign that will say where you are in the building or if you're out of the building. So having that sign on your door and actually changing it when you're not there is something that is definitely helpful. That's one thing.
I love that you said that because my sign perpetually says that I'm out to lunch.
Me too. Or mine says I'm out of the office. I'm not sure which one it is, but I don't think I've changed it in like 2 years.
It's cute, though.
It's very cute.
It's very cute for decoration. But then,
Yes.
like, realistically, love that you said that that's a really nice item to have. It's very cute. I think it looks lovely. But realistically, depending on how busy you are, and as school counselors, we're always busy. We're always running around. I don't have time to be like, going to a meeting, in a meeting, at lunch, don't come in with a student, whatever it is, I don't know. That's not realistic, but I think it's something that can be done if you really wanted to. Like if you wanted to keep it up, you can. It's just not a priority for me.
Yeah, when I first started, what I thought I would keep using is a whiteboard on my door that I would change every once in a while and add cute little phrases in English and Spanish. And obviously, I have one phrase on there that will stay there for years because I will not be changing that. But if you're that go-getter, you podcast listener, maybe you're going to be the one to change it. So maybe a whiteboard for you.
When I was an elementary counselor, every year I changed my door. There was one year I had hand palms where I actually had my family with me over the summer cutting out handprint signs. And on that, we would put kindness, empathy, all these strong, wonderful words, and they would be all over the door. I was in 3 different buildings. One of them would be handprints with kind, strong words. Another one would be college pennants, and another one would be some other topic. So I would change the door decoration every year as an elementary counselor. In a high school, it's all the same. I don't have time anymore. It's just college pennants, and I have moved on.
I think that's a great decoration for high school for sure.
Mm.
It's like an easy one, especially when you're starting out. Maybe you can get there earlier before the year starts. If they let you, you can. I know that my first year, I kind of just waited for things to die down a little bit. And then I would slowly start adding things to my office. I will say that a lot of it, and I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, that if you really want to make it really cute and you really want to make it your style, it probably will come out of your pocket. So whatever you're willing to spend on the decorations is what I guess you should work with. Amazon's a great place to look for things, the dollar store, Walmart, Target. There's always a lot of back to school deals. Actually, I think I went to Target the other day, and it was, I think, the day after school was over, and they had back to school stuff already.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know. I mean, I love, I guess, office decorations and office supplies, but at the same time, like, bro, what are we doing? Why are we already putting this out there? This is so much anxiety. I don't like that. But yes, all of these stores definitely have a lot of things that you could use. I think you have to like find your style. It'll take some time, and it is a lot of work. Like you want to move things around, you want to put decorations up. One thing that I do have that I think is my favorite thing in my office is actually my board that has all of my pictures of my students. So I've been building that board for years now. It started off with one picture of one senior that gave me his picture with a thank you letter in the back of it. But I kind of started it that way. And then every year I would just take pictures, or my students will give me their pictures. And now it's completely covered. I have to start a new board. I feel like that's something my kids love, that I'm like, okay, you better get to graduation because you need to be added to the board. Don't do this to me. I feel like that's always a good topic. When it comes to talking to my students, I use something that's in my office, which I think is great to motivate them.
Yeah, and what I love about that is that every now and then I'll have a student look up at my board of students, of former students, and they'll say, "Oh my God, is that my cousin over there?" So it adds to that joy where it's like, "Oh yeah, I help guide your cousin. I will also be helping with you, and I hope that one day you're up on this board." And I actually remember when I was an intern how I idealized that from my supervisor, my guiding school counselor, and how bummed out I was my first year as a school counselor because I couldn't really add so much to it. But you slowly collect those pictures, and you could even print them offline on the school website. You can print some pictures, even though you might not be on there. You can look for your student and just print that out and put it up.
I think making your office your own takes years. It took me a really long time, it feels like. But maybe not so much a decoration, but must haves for your office, at least in a high school. I would say definitely have information on hand ready to go, like extra help schedules, the curriculum guide for your school, just things that you need when you have conversations. Always good to have handy.
I love that.
I would say for me, a must have for your office would be a conversation starter. I love Legos. I don't like to build them, but I have an awesome family member who is she's just perfect. It's my sister. And she's so crafty, and she always builds all of these amazing Lego sets. So I ordered it on Amazon, and it was this safari waterfall type of thing. And the amount of students that have made a connection with it, they look at it in my office and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is great. Are you into this?" And I'm like, "Unfortunately, no." But I love watching my sister build them, and it's just a great conversation starter. I like to switch them out. So I have another Lego set right now. So just anything that can help you connect with the kids, I think is huge. And I am a minimalist. I don't love a lot in my office, but I love plants. I have this plant that was given to me by a colleague, and it is overgrowing, but I love it. So definitely something I would say earthy in a way, and just something that kids can have a connection to.
Say you're a counselor in an office that doesn't have a window, some type of wall art that shows you the weather, the beach, the sun. You can see outdoors, even if it's fake. Decorate your office in that way that gets you excited. Other things that I think I have mentioned in the past is having a USB for your documents to save resources that you found in the past. Also, having stress balls for your students to use in the office. Those are very helpful. So that's some resources. Also, a laminator. Request a laminator from your
Yep.
principal or from your director, because you will need to laminate items, and Dottie will speak more on this because some people love laminators.
I love my laminator. We love that you love your laminator.
Queen.
I lived
Yeah.
without the laminator for how many years? a lot of years.
Mm.
And then I don't even know how it was introduced to me, but now I'm obsessed. And it comes out every, I don't know, few weeks. But I look to laminate things because it just looks so much better.
Professional.
Sayings, yeah, you can laminate
Mhm.
saying like anything you want. Laminate it, looks so much better. Hang it
Yeah.
up, looks great.
Yeah, you can customize so much with a laminator. Actually, we were using that this year because I was using AI this year, and maybe we'll have a future episode on AI and how helpful it can be to our profession. But I made a flyer because, as we heard, Dottie is the laminating queen. I am the sleep queen, apparently. You know, I did not choose that name, but
She's always out to lunch.
Yes, I'm always sleeping during lunch. JK, you don't take nap, guys. I don't like naps, all right? Naps are reserved for a
Okay, let's
specific
not
time of
start.
day,
Let's not
okay?
start.
So yes, turns out the young folk don't know much about sleeping. So I made a flyer about sleeping, and the laminator queen Dottie laminated for me, and I passed it out to every single person on earth because everyone needs a little lesson on sleep. So that was my thing.
I actually love that you mentioned that because Canva is my best friend. If I am looking to say what my biggest tool is, I have been using Canva for the last couple of years. I've been learning how to use different tools. I love making flyers. I feel like there's just so many different things that we can do with it. And we need flyers for information, for dates. There's always things being thrown at us. And sometimes it's just information that you can write down in a post-it and give it to students. But I prefer to make flyers because then maybe the flyer has a QR code. But I love Canva. There's so many things you can do with it.
Two other things that counselors need are folders and books. Folders or binders, because of the amount of resources, CBOs, community-based organizations, you'll need that as a school counselor when you're referring kids for counseling or for therapy or to the hospital. You need those organizations, whether it's on a laminated flyer or just in your counseling portfolio. And then books, as an elementary or middle school counselor, books on hygiene, books on decision making. There's so many books out there that can be read to students, that students can read to you, that students can read in a small school counseling group. Those books are so beneficial for students to learn about daily life skills. So having different books that you can find online, even Teachers Pay Teachers has a ton of different resources for school counselors that you can use at the beginning of the school year that you will use throughout your entire career. Think about those things. And then also in the high school level, having books on different colleges that are local or colleges that are national, international. All of the colleges had different programs, pamphlets that you need to be able to utilize. So look at those different books, SAT, ACT books, all those things are valuable.
I love how you're mentioning some items that can be free because we spend a lot of money as counselors. Unfortunately, we're buying candy. You know, actually, one of my favorite things to have is candy for the students because that will have them coming back every day, twice a day, even more than twice a day. They're coming back for that candy if it's not for you. And then you get to lecture them about, oh, are you doing your homework? Whatever it is you want to lecture them on. But the free resources are really important because of how much money we have to spend in other areas. And let's not forget, I learned this from Dolores, writing it off during tax season. Let's not forget that.
Thank you.
I need to learn how to do that.
Yeah, because what?
You're allowed a certain amount of money yearly that you can expense as an educator for the amount of money that you put into your job. So put that number every year.
No matter what, guys.
We
Yeah.
need to have a conversation,
Yeah.
Dolores.
I mean, it's not that much money, but it makes a difference.
I'll take anything. We need a PD on this.
Yeah.
1000%.
I need a PD on Canva.
I love Canva. I would love to do a PD for Canva. I can even make a presentation about the presentation
Awesome.
on Canva.
I'm in. I'm in.
Speaking of money, if your school district has money in the budget, I highly recommend you put in a request for a hole puncher. A hole puncher that will hole punch 20 to 30 sheets at once. For someone who does like using paper, because we are in a high school, I like to use my credit count sheet and I have other sheets that go with it. And I love to use the hole puncher. That has been crucial for me. And also an industrial stapler. You never know when you're going to need it, but I love the industrial stapler. So highly recommend that. And one more thing, definitely get a little nameplate on your desk. Dolores, love her. She actually got me a very cute nameplate, and there's a pun in it, and it is always something that people comment on, and I genuinely love it. So if you're able to make a pun out of your name, or if you just want to have your name on your desk, it definitely makes you official.
Get a Cricut if you can afford it. You can personalize everything.
You're in education, so you probably can't. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
never
true.
mind. In another episode, we will discuss on how not to be broke as a counselor. Stay tuned.
This is also something really super small, but I think most of us have a little sign that says this is a safe space
Yes.
for students. I just feel like, I know it's small, but sometimes they need to see it
Yeah.
and feel it.
It's
Yes.
small, but it's a big thing,
It's a
especially
huge
for
thing, yeah.
our population that is marginalized and feels excluded in every way. We need to have that safe space sign. One thing I forgot to mention is art. I like to have personalized art in my office. Art that kids make, especially. And I like to coerce them into it, as bad as that sounds. If you're going to throw out that piece of art that you made in your class, I want you to think about me before you throw it out. Please donate it to my office.
All right. Bottom line for today. Make your office warm and inviting for students, parents, colleagues, and anyone else who may come into your office. It can really make the difference.
Don't forget to hit the follow button to listen to all of our counselor confessions.
Cheers!
This is Counselors After Dark.